Vectors and Scalars, Lesson 2. In this lesson, let us discuss something about the three-dimensional coordinate system. These three are the three coordinates which are mutually perpendicular to each other. Y-axis and Z-axis are perpendicular, and Z-axis and X-axis, these two are perpendicular, and X-axis and Y-axis, these two are perpendicular. And in this system we have three planes, coordinate planes. The plane which contains Y-axis and Z-axis, it is called as YZ plane. YZ plane. The plane which contains X and Y, X-axis and Y-axis, that is called as XY plane. Similarly, the plane which contains X-axis and Z-axis, it is called as ZX plane. To understand the coordinate system completely, let us study the cuboid. Now let us assume that a point P is in the space. This is the point P, and let us construct a cuboid. First, let draw perpendicular lines onto the YZ plane. And from P, and similarly draw a perpendicular from the point P onto the XY plane, perpendicular line. Let us draw a normal onto the XY plane. Similarly, draw a perpendicular line onto the XZ plane also. These three are the perpendicular lines, that is normals drawn from the point P onto the XY plane, YZ plane and ZX plane. Now let us name these 3 points which intersect these planes. Next step is from each point, from Q, R and S, to draw perpendiculars, normals onto the coordinate axis. Let us see how to draw. From point Q, draw a perpendicular onto the y-axis. Next, from point Q, draw a perpendicular normal line onto the z-axis. Take this point S. From this S, draw normals to the z-axis and x-axis. Normal onto the z-axis from the point S, and from this point S, draw a normal onto the x-axis. Now from this point, draw perpendicular lines onto the x-axis and y-axis. From point R, draw perpendicular onto the x-axis, and similarly draw perpendicular from the point R to y-axis. That's all. Cuboid is formed. Now if you know the coordinates of the point P, you can find all the coordinates of points of this, all the vertices of the cuboid. Before that, let us identify the points, whether they lie on the axis or they lie on the plane. Let us look at the location of the points. of the cuboid. First of all, Q. The point Q is on the YZ plane. This Q is on the YZ plane. Q is on the YZ plane. Next, the point R. This is R. The point R is on the XY plane. The point S is on the XZ plane. Next, let this point be, this is T, this is U, and this is V. This point is T, and this point is U, and this is V. Now the point T is on y axis, not on the plane. The point T is on the y axis. The point U, that is on the x axis. Next, the point V, it is on the z axis. Like this, first of all we must identify the points, location of the points in the three-dimensional coordinate system.